And we have February 26, 2018. I'm in Ashland, Wisconsin. And my goal today here is to try to fly out to the lighthouse. And I tried this on December 23rd of 2016 and just couldn't quite make it. We got about 23 degrees right now and very, very sunny. The sun is so bright shining on the snow you wouldn't believe it. So I was kind of thinking to myself, I saw a truck out there plowing snow and I thought, maybe if I drive out there a little ways I can get closer and that'll probably make my attempt a little bit more successful. So I found the entrance to where all the vehicles were entering and I looked at it and I just thought, nah, it's been a good year for making ice on lakes, but I'm just not familiar enough with this lake here, the Chequamegon Bay, to feel safe about driving on it. I know there's a lot of other vehicles there, but I just decided not to. So plan B was to walk out from shore a ways, and what I did is I found a snowmobile trail. So I just kind of followed the snowmobile trail out, and it had snowed probably a couple days earlier, and then the wind must have blown, because there were some areas on the snowmobile trail that the snow was a little bit deeper. But I did manage to make my way out quite a ways, hauling all the stuff with me. So now we're flying towards the lighthouse, and I'm using my gloves. I made a set of gloves where I cut little holes in the fingertips, and by doing that I can feel the control sticks and the controller. And I can still fly without resting. I should be able to fly without accidentally resting my glove on the stick and throwing me off as far as flying. But one of the problems is it is so bright out, even with the sunshade on the controller, I still have a hard time seeing the picture on the screen. But we'll continue heading out here with the lighthouse in sight. And right down below us there in the lower left-hand corner, you just saw a spot where someone had plowed. But as we get towards the lighthouse there, you can see what looks like open water. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Unless you know what you're doing, there's a potential for getting yourself in trouble. And I'll be the first to admit I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just staying out. And we're getting closer. And my hands are nice and warm with the gloves on, but I accidentally must have moved my finger to the side and started spinning around there. And with the sun so bright, it was kind of hard to figure out that I was actually even spinning till I recognized that I couldn't see the lighthouse anymore. So I just stopped and then kind of worked my way back. And I told myself I wasn't going to do that again. And now we have the lighthouse in sight there. The other thing too is when I started out from shore, it was pretty calm, but as I got out further, the wind started picking up. And it was blowing pretty good, but not hard enough to affect the flight at all. And we're almost there. And I did it again. Only this time I realized it right away. So we'll just move back. It's really cumbersome to fly with gloves on, I know that. And I'm just going to take things slow so I don't overshoot. And there we have it. Back on the lighthouse. And you can see there is open water there. But it's pretty cool. I think what I'm going to do is the holes I put in the thumbs of the gloves, I'm going to make those holes bigger so I don't catch the glove on the control stick and accidentally move it to one side or the other. It's supposed to get up in the 40s today, so I imagine things will start. Now, right there, I don't know why that did that. I've seen that a couple other times. I used to have a Phantom 3, and I saw the Phantom 3 do that a couple times too. And I don't know if that's radio interference or if it is a firmware issue. Or maybe it's just waving hello to the lighthouse. So that's pretty cool. And now we're going to head back, and what I do is I hit the return to home button. And the reason I did that so I could set the controller down and take my gloves off. Now I could have done that with just setting the controller down and the thing would have just hovered there, but I decided to get it coming back, and then eventually I'll get my gloves off and I'll take control of it again. But you can really see the propellers in the video. And now I've taken control of it again. Yeah, we see some ice fishing shacks out there. My guess would be is where you see areas that are plowed there, it's just people moving around trying different fishing spots. I think if I was going to bring a vehicle up there, my preferred way would be a four-wheeler if I was going to go on the ice. It's kind of hard to believe that in the summertime that's all water there. And now I can see myself. And that's how far I walked out right there. And I'll give you a little wave as I fly by myself there. And now we'll kind of come in for a landing here. Almost looks like a moon landscape there. And you can start to see the shadow of the drone on the snow. Kind of like flying over the Sea of Tranquility on the moon. It's a pretty neat shadow there. In Houston, the Eagle has landed.